Hey, what's up guys, Ripley here. So the new 4.2 patch notes for the mid-season reinforcements of White Noise were dropped yesterday, and there's a load of changes coming to Siege with them. These changes are now live on the test server if you're wanting to try them out, but I wanted to make a video just giving you an overview and my thoughts on these changes. So let's get right into it. Starting off, people have been asking for some sort of a nerf to Ela, who is currently one of the strongest operators in the game. In the patch, Ubisoft delivers a nerf, but probably not nearly as harsh as most people were asking for. They're reducing the size of her magazine from 50 to 40 bullets. They stated they want to try and balance her while keeping her SMG's uniqueness. They're intending for her to be a strong single roaming operator who can deal with multiple enemies at a time with her weapons and utility. Keep in mind this is a trial, and if they think she needs more of a nerf regarding her weapon, they will consider nerfing her in other ways. I assume this means they don't plan on reducing her mag size any further. They also reduced the effects on her concussion mines by allowing players to recuperate from the effects much faster. The change means the effects will last 4 seconds instead of 7 seconds and will no longer disable sprinting while affected. They noted that this change in particular will also affect Zophia's concussion grenades, so it's a slight nerf to her abilities too. Moving on, they're giving the community favorite operator Ashe a little nerf. They're reducing the damage of her R4C from 41 to 39. They really seem to be trying to make her less of an attractive pick, but will this do it? We won't know until after testing. They showed these graphs to display the damage changes for the R4C with and without attachments. One of my favorite changes in the patch is what they're doing with Capitao. He's finally getting a much needed buff to his para, bringing the damage up to 48 from 43. They also slightly reduced the intensity of his recoil, which was my main complaint. He's an extremely useful operator, but his weapon was lackluster. They also stated they're planning future changes to his crossbow, but his primary issue was his weapon. They showed another graph to display the damage changes with and without attachments. Perhaps the most surprising and possibly unnecessary nerfs are those that they're making to Twitch and Bandit. They're reducing the ammo for each shock drone from 15 down to 5. That's a huge change and will definitely require you to be more cautious with your shock drones and wise on what you want to zap with them. This seems extreme to me considering shock drones can be easily killed off quickly, but we'll see how it plays out. As for Bandit, they're reducing the amount of barbed wire he has from 3 to 2. Bandit is a great operator due to his MP7, speed, and useful batteries, but I do know that he's been picked often because he has a large amount of barbed wire as well. Whether he needed this change or not, they're probably going to be shaking up the meta with these changes. Lesion is also seeing a change, but for the positive. They're lowering the refill timer on his goo mines from 35 to 30 seconds. This means he will gain mines faster to place around the map, making him even more useful. They want to encourage the playstyle of staying alive as long as possible to increase the strength of his defensive gadget. I don't see this as a bad change, and I think it will make an already decent operator even better, increasing his pick rate. That's it for the operator changes this patch, but there are a few more notable changes coming to the game. The developers state that the TAA or temporal filtering has finally been fully implemented. As part of this, they've added a resolution scaling and sharpness factor slide bar in the options menu. Customizing these ratios will allow you to maintain your target frame rate. You can research further by reading the patch notes, which I've put in the video description below. Also included are some changes to the UI regarding the bomb game mode. Now when a teammate is interacting with the diffuser, a new animation icon will appear on that player. Also, if your teammate is in the process of disabling the diffuser, you will notice an animated icon on that player. This is intended to make it easier to identify which teammate is currently interacting with the diffuser. Additionally, once the diffuser is planted, the diffuser progress will replace the round timer. These quality of life changes are great and polish the game even more. They stated that they have even more improvements for the bomb game mode in the works, and they will be sharing more information at the 6th Invitational, which is also exciting. Improvements to the spectator UI are also included, making the viewer experience more positive with a more digestible format. Shown in this screenshot, you can see they've made it much easier to determine the player operators, kits, team, and health status. I like this change, and it should make watching competition even more enjoyable for new and veteran fans. Last but not least, a decently sized list of bug fixes are included as usual for gameplay, game modes, operators, level design, and user experience. I won't list all of these, but as I stated before, you can check them out for yourself in the full patch notes in the video description. That pretty much covers the entirety of the notes. I hope you guys learned something, and I'd love to hear your opinions on these changes. Let's chat about them in the comments. Thank you for watching, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe to see more content, and I'll see you all in the next video.